Tisha.
I'm Lauren.
And this is the Open Booked podcast. Today we are talking about Count My Lies by Sophie Stava. The audio had, I think, Stava, because of course I listened to it on audio.
Mm-hmm.
But first, what are you reading, and what did you read this week?
Great questions, as always. I had a little mini panic attack this week because I am so behind on my reading goal. Last week we talked about those short stories. If you've listened to that episode, you know you can read them all in a very short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And we discovered there are several besides the Christmas and Halloween ones we have already covered. So I went and listened to 4 out of 6 of the thriller ones. I will say I definitely like the Christmas and Halloween ones better because it's just like a cheesy, fun, little cute story. And I think thrillers take a lot more than 30 minutes, 45 minutes to build. So it doesn't give you enough time to like theorize or figure it out or whatever. So, or try to anticipate it. They're good. It's fun. It's helping me with my reading goal, but I think the thrillers I prefer full-sized books, even 2 hours, because some of these are, I mean, on my reading speed of 2.0, I don't think there's been any that are over an hour. And I can listen faster than 2.0. That's just what I'm doing while I'm cleaning. So I've read 4 of those. I read Count My Lies, and I started our book for next week, and I'm already obsessed. I had to chill it, or else I was going to finish it all and switch to a different book because I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I finished Heartbreak Hotel, but that may have been the week before. It's kind of running together now, which was one of my book of the months. Here, I'll show it.
Okay, that's why it sounds familiar. It was definitely on our list.
Yeah, it was this one. And I read it paper in like a few days. I've been doing so good reading actual books because I've learned that when I read actual books before bed, I sleep better instead of scrolling on TikTok. So I've been doing that, and it's working. But
that's nice.
Yeah, enough about me. What are you reading?
I finished the one we talked about the other day. I have some questions for you, I think is what it's called, by Rebecca Makkai. Yeah, I have some questions for you by Rebecca Makkai. It was a really good, like, memory whodunit. Like, it was like flashbacks of memories of when they were in high school and boarding school.
Okay.
And I don't know if I mentioned, I read One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. It was a really cute romance, but it was like kind of time travel-y too.
Ooh.
So
fun.
It was really cute. It is, I think, one of the like LGBTQ check marks for like a past thing, but it ended up being really cute and I loved it. Like, kicked my feet giggling. So cute romance.
I love it.
I'm currently reading That Devil Ambition, still trying to. The audio is not great, so I might have to read it like physical.
Which takes time for us.
Yes. But I'm also trying to slow down because I'm like blew past my reading goal. And now I'm like, okay, I need to slow down, not get 150 because next year I'll want to try and beat that. So I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Slow down. So I'm trying not to read as much.
Yeah. We haven't talked about this in a while, what we set our reading goals at for this year, and what we did last year. So yours is 150 and you've already hit it, or you're on track to hit it?
So last year was 150 and I struggled, had to blaze through a bunch of books in the last week to try and hit it. Literally had, I think, 4 hours left in the whole year to hit it, and I hit it. So I set it lower this year. I set it at 120 because I was like, I don't want to burn myself out. I just want to chill. And then I've read so many good books. I'm like, what's next? And trying to work out of a slump because of Onyx Storm and Shield of Sparrows and Silver Elite and Meadow Slinger. Just trying to work through that. I just read a fuck ton of books. And now I'm at my goal was 120 and I'm currently at, 131.
Okay, you're doing great.
And we still have 10 weeks left in the year.
So you'll have a minimum of 10 books just for recording the podcast, and then there'll be plenty more. I kind of wish they were doing Amazon short stories Christmas. Maybe they are, and we haven't seen it. I need to look. That would be fun. Maybe. Those were fun last year, honestly. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, so my goal is 125. Last year my goal was 100, and I did 114. I am 6 books behind schedule to beat them. I will say there are a couple of reasons that I am not on track, and one of them being a extremely long vacation that I didn't want to escape from, which we talked about this, which is great. If I don't hit my goal because of a vacation and reading a book that is 1,100 pages, then I'll go down swinging, right? But
yeah, that's okay.
I'm going to do my best because I am a rule follower, goal hitter, and so I'm going to keep on keeping on. I've been killing it lately. I'm not in a slump, so I think that I will get through it unless one of these books we read puts me in a slump after because it's so good. But like Tisha said, we have overcome a lot this year, okay?
Yes.
We have overcome a lot of devastation, heartbreak. We didn't even mention throwing a glass in your list.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we have overcome every cliffhanger romantasy series that has come out. We have conquered it and survived. Yeah. And we are in fall, and today it feels like fall. So we're going to take it as a win. Finally. Finally.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, this episode will be airing on Halloween, so happy Halloween, everyone. The best holiday of the year, in my opinion. Well, one of them.
Yes. Yep.
And what we have not done yet, last day of the month, we might as well show our October Book of the Month boxes. So, you start us. Show your picks.
I only got one this month because I was like, I need to chill. So I got Hazelthorn by C.G. Drews. I was like, it's very Halloween. It is giving all of the vibes. And then I noticed this morning the flowers are metallic and raised, and all these vines are raised, and the name is raised. And then I look at the bottom, and I was like, what the hell is wrong with my book? Why are there dark pages? And then I opened it, and it is like, so this one says past. Obviously, I haven't read this, but it looks like a memory. Oh, there goes my bookmark. No, I'm not reading it, so don't worry. I didn't lose a page. It's just tucked in the front. So yeah, some of these pages are covered in vines, and I love this.
It's a vibe. It's giving Stevie Nicks.
Yes. Ooh.
It's giving American Horror Story Coven.
Yes.
The best season.
Yes. So yeah. Now I'm excited to read it because I've seen it all over TikTok. People are talking about it all over all the book groups. So I'm like, now I actually want to like dive in and read this, even if it takes me the rest of the year.
Yeah, no, let us know, guys. Comment below what you want to cover. We have next week figured out. The week after, it's open. We would love to hear from you guys what you want us to read. As you know, at this point, we read everything. So if you want us to cover that book, comment, let us know.
Yeah, we will. If you're an author and you have a book coming out in the next year, whatever, if you want to send us a copy or even a digital copy, whatever you want to do, we will gladly read it and do whatever we can to help you promote it. And we'd love to have you on the podcast. Like we said, we read and listen to everything, so nothing is off of the table except for cookbooks. I'm sorry. Nobody reads cookbooks for fun.
No.
I left those off of the book list because why?
Yeah. What could be fun is us trying to make very complicated recipes and vlogging it, but that's an idea for another time.
Yeah.
We're both able to cook, okay? But if you got really complicated, I think it could be entertaining.
Very much so.
Okay, I am psychotic. I'm aware, and the first step is admitting it, okay? I picked 3. And since seeing Tisha's Hazelthorn this morning, I decided to add it to my next box already. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've been a Book of the Month member for so long, I can get 4 add-ons a month, which is a problem. And they're only $11. If you were to go buy this book at Barnes & Noble, it would be like $20-$25.
Yeah, easily.
No joke. So, anyways, here's my first one. That's my rant for the morning. My first rant of the morning. Red City, which I've been seeing this one all over TikTok as well. Beautiful edges. This is the main reason for purchasing.
Yes, yes.
I love me a sprayed edge. Now, I will say on Book of the Month, we've talked about this, where stands, it is a couple dollars extra if you pick the sprayed edge version. I understand, so I don't care, but worth noting. Then, a little romance, Never Over. I thought the cover was cute. I'm a sucker for a cute cover. And lastly, The Haunting of Payne's Hollow, which I thought this one was giving Halloween, Sleepy Hollow vibes, which is one of my favorite, like, Halloween movies to rewatch. For some reason, in the past 5 years, I love Sleepy Hollow. So this kind of the horse gave me the vibes. So
I've seen this one all over TikTok too.
Yeah.
In the book groups.
Yeah. For sure. And it's really cool with Book of the Month. I think, again, we've talked about this before, but for any new listeners, which we actually have quite a few, so welcome. We're glad you're here. Book of the Month will give members usually early releases. Sometimes the month before, sometimes it's just a couple of days based on when you pick and get it. But we have in several instances, Silver Elite being one of them, gotten them early. With sprayed edges, we covered that earlier this year. Obviously, unless you live under a rock, you know that was a huge book this year. Hazelthorn was early as well, right?
Yes, that's what I just looked up. This one actually comes out on the 28th, so just 3 days before this episode drops, but I've had it for 2 weeks. So I think that's part of why I picked this one specifically. I try to pick an early release so that, one, we know about it and can talk about it, and two, just to say I had it early.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Which I think is really cool. And again, if the price isn't a seller enough, I think after tax right now, it's like $18 a month and you get a hardcover book shipped for free. It's just, you can't beat that. And they have a little stamp with the month you got it, special editions sometimes, early releases, just Book of the Month. We get nothing for saying this. This is just us being fans. It's such a great bargain for the book lovers, especially if you're trying to build a library 1 month at a time.
Yeah.
Eventually turns into over 400 books, but it's fine.
YOLO, man. So
YOLO!
I looked this up and it says they have a debut adult horror, because this is YA horror, Hazelthorn is. They have an adult horror coming 2026 called You Did Nothing Wrong. So adding that to our list of books coming out. Yes. C.G. Drews. Yeah. So that's, and it shows a Goodreads review. It says Knives Out meets Belladonna in this gorgeously gothic queer YA horror and dark romance about an inherited estate, murderous relatives, and a garden with a taste for blood.
You had me at Knives Out.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I just fully talked myself into reading this week.
I think we might have just talked everyone into that's the book we're covering. So you guys can probably assume that that's going to be it. So
yeah. Coming soon.
Awesome. Okay, I did get some more new books. So I always, when I get those, I want to show you guys because a lot of times I buy them for covers and sprayed edges and vibes. So
yes,
this first one, on our very first episode ever, the book that I was reading was by this author. She is a small indie author that writes like Scottish, Irish, cheesy romances. They're adorable. I actually got my first arc ever from her, and the name of the town is called Loren Bray and spelled exactly the way that my name is spelled, which for me is extremely rare. If you've seen our post, you know that my name is spelled weird. So anytime I find anything that has my name spelled the same way, I get really excited. So therefore, I'm a fan. But she has this little standalone Scottish romance called Love's a Witch. And look at the edges. They're so cute. So I picked that up.
For people not watching video, it has really pretty sprayed edges that are like blue with stars. What other color is that?
It's like bluish, purplish, kind of like spacey looking.
Okay, cool. And that's Tisha
Picture
O'Malley.
the cover. Tisha O'Malley, yes. Then I got another one. This is Emily McIntyre, the author of Crossed and all of those. If you don't know her story, I don't know it enough to retell it right here, but I've heard it and it's amazing, so go follow her. I forgot to take my Walmart sticker off. It's called Burning Daylight by Emily McIntyre. It is a new book, just launched, and it's not in a series or anything yet that I know of. Well, it says book 1. There's not a book 2, so I'm sure I'll have another situation. Ooh. For those of you not looking video, it has beautiful sprayed edges. Also gives spacey vibes. Mm-hmm. But this one also has like a table with some sort of food on it. Oh, and a quote on the side, which is unique. Give me my sin again. That sounds spicy.
Yeah.
And both of them are that soft paperback that just feels so cozy. I just love those. Last one, if you follow us on social media, I posted this one a couple weeks ago when it launched. Bam! Megan Quinn, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Yes. And we love a Megan Quinn holiday rom-com or romance.
Yes, we do. We covered one last year. We will be covering this year around Christmas time, but we are very, very excited to dive into this one. It is the second to, let me see. I don't think it actually goes.
Christmas.
How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, yes. But it might not actually be a second because it doesn't say that. It just says other books, so maybe it's in the same world.
Maybe. I feel like on Goodreads it said something about being like a second.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah. Goodreads. Atlas Max Heimer, and he was one of the characters in How My Neighbor Stole Christmas because Max the dog.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it doesn't say it is, but I swear I saw somewhere that it was like the second in this realm. Not really a series, but yeah, reviews say I enjoyed the first one, so I was excited for this one. Yeah. Ooh, Christmas rom-com meets chaotic rivals to lovers.
Okay.
Love. All of it.
Love it. So excited. Lastly, I got this fat stack here. It was a kit. Okay. I bought them all together from an indie author on TikTok. I had a TikTok coupon. She kept popping up, and I said, you know what? I'm going to support her. Allison Specca, I believe. If that's not how you pronounce your last name, I'm so sorry. They are all connected, but can be read as standalones, which I love that.
Yes, love.
So it's called the Lakeview Books. She even gave a little sheet with reading order, but then a note that says you can read them however you want. They are complete standalones with character crossover. They can be read in any order, so have at it, is what she says. They are all very soft. I actually got this one for free because it's a little novella, because I bought all of these, but I'll just go through. This is my free one, Final Notice. Key Ridge. Mint for Now. Love Linked. This cover's so cute. Trip Switch. Looks like Grease.
Oh, yeah.
Comfort Zoned. Settle Up. And The Reality of It All.
Okay.
So, they look cute, and I'm supporting an indie author, so I will be sure to circle back as I read through any of these, but I thought they were adorable. I want to take a moment to address some TikTok comments. Most of you have been very, very kind. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I bought this book. And supportive. I bought this book. Yes, I bought this book aware that it is fanfic. Did I realize that it was as big of a deal as it is? No, genuinely did not. Okay? I knew this is fanfic. It was popping up all over my TikTok. I spent an obscene amount of money to get this because I thought it was beautiful. Okay? I already bought it. So I am therefore going to read it and use it. Okay? I'm just going to throw that out there. Thank you to everyone who's commented across several videos, making me aware that it is fanfic and it is illegal. I genuinely was not aware that it was illegal. Yes, I knew that it was free work being turned into a book. I'm not gonna play naive and act like I didn't know that. I did. I did not understand that it was illegal because I could easily buy it on TikTok. It's not like I had to do a drug deal on the corner. There's links for it every other video. So I am sorry to anyone that I upset. Thank you for mostly being kind in the comments when you're informing me of this. Most people have been very kind and supportive and saying, hey, it's illegal, but I'm glad you're reading it. So thank you for that. I am going to continue to read it and post about it, probably. I already bought it. I'm excited. I have it. I'm not going to buy it again, okay? I'm sorry. That being said, this is how far I've gotten. So I made a dent, right?
That's a good
I'm
dent.
doing okay. Yeah. It's a good dent. Not at all what I expected. There's trigger warnings and such. So
okay.
Just throwing that out there. Okay. Feel good about Manacled. Apology. Still gonna read it. Thanks. Okay. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Also, to everyone that's seeing my bookshelves, I did get a couple comments about my bookshelves being overflowing and stressing people out. Yes, I'm aware. They stress me out as well. I'm out of space. I have a small house, and I am bussing on the bookshelves. I'm aware. So thank you for empathizing with me. But keep up the TikTok interactions. I feel like things are, we're starting to get some interactions on TikTok, so keep it up. Even if you're mean, okay, it helps. So...
Yes.
Last thing I wanted to... Go ahead.
If you've watched any episodes, she's well aware, and she's trying to cut back. She's making efforts. It's just really hard when you go to the store because we are innately, as humans, we're visual people. So we judge a book by its cover. So if it has a pretty cover, we want it. And it's hard, okay? She's trying.
I'm trying.
She's admitted it.
I've admitted it, yes. And that ties into what I'm going to say next. We talked about our apps that we use. This is helpful information for everyone here. We talked about our apps that we use to track our reading. And then I talked about the app I use to catalog my books because of my couple of instances that I've accidentally bought a book that I have. I just found out that Storygraph lets me do that as well. So, unfortunately, I'm switching... Not unfortunately, fortunately. I'm switching from Libib to Storygraph because Storygraph's a twofer. I can track my books in there and track which ones I owned. Libib only lets me track the books that I own. So it's multi-purpose, okay? It took me hours, but I did catalog my entire library yesterday. Like I said, hours of work. I felt very accomplished after, but also I realized that I understand that I have a problem. And if I don't cool it, because I've gotten really bad the past few months, I'm going to be poor soon. So I am reining it in. I've put myself on not a ban, but a proactive plan. Any book that I've pre-ordered, that doesn't count. I've already pre-ordered it. That's not an additional book. So Brimstone, couple other ones, already pre-ordered, okay? I have book subscriptions. I have 4. I canceled 1. Compromise. Okay. I canceled the Bookish box. I love the books.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely love them. They take a very, very, very long time, and it's $38 for one book. So that one, unfortunately, had to go. I've gotten 4 books. I have 4 still coming, so I won't feel my cancellation for a long time. That's how I'm justifying it. I'm also going to limit myself to 1 add-on per month. I usually will get 2, 3. So this is my proactive plan. I'm going to do less, and I'm going to read what I have on my shelves. Okay? Sure. I saw that look.
I'm like, I don't do that, so I don't expect you to do that.
I actually have started reading paper books, though, so I think I'm on a good path here.
Yeah.
Now, I can't help what people buy me as gifts.
Yeah, and so you've got a birthday coming in 4 months.
I've got a birthday coming in, Christmas, so you know what? My list is up to date for the people in my family that have access to my list that want to buy me books, because that's what I usually get for gifts. You have a birthday. Well, by the time this airs, your birthday will be over, but it's Tisha's birthday month.
Yeah.
Okay, one more note on Storygraph before we jump into this book. I did the transfer. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, just to follow up. You can transfer your Goodreads history to Storygraph via Excel sheet export. Mine was off by about 12 books this year, so I went book by book by book, which was time consuming, but my OCD made me do it. Went through book by book, and 90% of the issues were with rereads. So, just a note for any of you wanting to join Storygraph fam, because the monthly summaries are much cuter.
Mm-hmm.
When you export your Excel sheet, maybe look at the columns for start date, end date. It showed I'd read the book 3 times, but it only had the first time I read its date. When we have like an Onyx Storm, I read it 3 times this year. When Fourth Wing, I read it twice this year. You know, so those dates, it showed my first read in like 2023 and didn't show the current dates. So I had to go in and manually edit those, which once I figured out which books they were, it was super easy. But just something to make you all aware of if you are planning to switch from Goodreads to Storygraph, or use both, because that's what I'm doing currently and it's working great. But that being said, are we ready to talk about the book?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You want to read the blurb, or you want me to?
I can. Sloane Carraway is a liar. Harmless lies mostly, to make her self-proclaimed sad little life a bit more interesting. So when Sloane sees a young girl in tears at a park one afternoon, she can't help herself. She tells the girl's very attractive dad she's a nurse and helps him pull a bee stinger from the child's foot. With this lie and chance encounter, Sloane becomes the nanny for the wealthy and privileged household of Jay and Violet Lockhart, the perfect New York couple with a brownstone, a daughter in private school, and summers on Block Island. But maybe Sloane isn't the only one lying. And all that's picture perfect harbors a much more dangerous truth. To say anything more is to spoil the most exciting, twisty, and bitingly smart suspense novel to come out in years. Careful what you lie for. Yeah,
that sums up the book. All in all, what did you end up rating it?
4.5, 5 to round up on Goodreads.
In the first 10 chapters, would you have ever thought that you would rate it that?
No. I struggled. Which has been a theme.
Yeah, it has been a theme. We are really good at powering through, though, I think.
Yeah.
But sometimes we just switch over to a different book and come back. You have to get through it somehow.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm pretty sure I texted you before you had started it saying, I fucking hate this FMC.
Yeah.
I can't stand lying the way that she does it. Now, in a thriller, you have to lie. That's part of thrillers. When the first sentence is, I'm a nurse, I don't know why I said that, I'm not a nurse, or something like that. That's like the first sentence of the book. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What do I read?
Why would you lie about something like that?
Right. So understanding the point, which I just read your notes. The first note, I don't understand the point of the book. That's hilarious. Yeah. The lying did not have a purpose a lot. In the beginning, for sure, none of it made sense to me. Other than I thought the female main character had mental health issues. And I still think she does.
Yes.
I can't diagnose because I don't know what, but I'm some sort of obsessive compulsive towards people. Anyways. Okay. When did you start to suspect that Sloane wasn't the only one with big secrets?
When Jay asked, she hasn't told you about us?
Yeah.
I was like, she's hiding something. Girlfriend's hiding something.
Yeah. I started to question at that point too, and then what solidified it for me was when she didn't freak out about the hair.
Yeah.
Which we find out a couple chapters later, the detail of why, but let's say you and I had just met, and you walk in with your hair looking exactly like mine and butchered, I would be like, psycho alert.
Yeah. Stage 5 clinger.
Stage 5 clinger. We need to watch Wedding Crashers now. Yeah, no, it was totally be a red flag. And the fact that she overlooked so many that was like the icing on the cake for me, but there was a lot of things looking back where she was too like open and welcoming, and it would have just been weird in my opinion.
Oh, and when she lied about her dad being from Philly too, I was like, that's a plant. That's
Yep.
100% a plant.
There was a part of me for a good majority of this book that thought that they could actually have been sisters, and Violet knew about it and was like trying to get to know her in a different way, and then was going to call her out later, like to see what kind of person she was. My brain almost went that way until we started getting Violet point of views. But up until then, I was like, okay, maybe they actually are, because at first it was she's so much prettier, and then it became they look a lot alike, and then it became she's wanting to wear her clothes. Like it just, I was like, maybe they actually are. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit sketchy when she kept taking her on runs and like to yoga class and all of these things. I was like, why is she trying to make her more like her? And then once the shift happened where she started letting herself go, Violet, I was like, I see what's happening here.
Yeah, I almost thought it might have been like a housemaid situation
Yes.
where he was actually like psycho about her weight and stuff, which it sounds like he made comments and stuff, but I didn't get like the aggressive kill you, lock you up behavior. So I kind of thought that, but I don't know. I didn't like fully go that far, but there was a
Yeah.
part of me that was like, maybe. But when she encouraged, this is one of my biggest red flags. I can't believe I'm just now thinking about this. When she encouraged her dressing like her, like the hat is the first instance. When she was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, again, if I had just met you and you showed up wearing the exact same hat I had wore the day before, wearing it the same way I did, and you
Yeah,
didn't
ain't no
say
way.
the day before, I have that same hat. How funny.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay, and she
Yeah.
encouraged it. It was almost like she was like, oh, but then you find out later that's what she was trying to do. She's like, oh, she's eating out of my hand, like that was the goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Red flag.
And then even as you get further into it, and she's like, oh, I need your ID for the ferry. And she's like, oh, I don't have it. And she's like, I can't wait to see what lie she comes up with.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
psycho, both of you.
Yeah. No, they both are. I just think everyone besides the poor child is crazy in this
Oh,
book.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, even the neighbor person they ended up being next to.
Yeah.
Bro got more ass than a toilet seat.
Yeah. And still wasn't satisfied.
No. Not a man like that would never be satisfied with anything ever.
No.
And I kind of wonder, they could have a book two for this,
Yeah.
because the way that it ended, Sloane, I feel like would be the kind that once people aren't interesting to her anymore, she would move on. I could see her being like in this life having all the money in her name and being like, okay, you guys aren't interesting to me anymore, and like moving on to bigger, better. Just with
Yeah.
how she was from Allison to Violet.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your theory on the Allison thing after the salon freakout? What did you think the backstory was before you found out?
I immediately knew there was some sort of protection order because she's like, I didn't know. I didn't know you were going to be here. I had no, like, this is where I work. I didn't do anything. So I knew there was some sort of protection order. And I figured since her kid went to the daycare and she had been a nanny before, like, it just kind of made sense that she became obsessed with her and did way too much and got found out. And then they, I guess, just put a protection order on her instead of arresting her or doing anything further.
Yeah, my first thought was, did she try to kidnap the child or something? Like,
Mm,
why would she freak out so scared? Like,
yeah.
something had to happen to make her terrified that she would just run out.
Yeah.
Once I find out the whole story, I think, okay, that's still a little dramatic. I don't think she
Yeah.
would have ever hurt you. She was just obsessed with you and stalkerish. Yes, absolutely. But like the freak out in the nail salon, I'm like, she was a little dramatic, which I think was the whole story of that character.
Yeah. I think it was intentional to kind of throw us off that maybe she was more dangerous than she appears.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was definitely overkill as far as her reaction. But At the same time, that's kind of the, not to say it negatively, but the wealthy tend to do, just overreact because they're so self-important.
Yeah. And that's what I was writing off earlier. You said something about the taking her to like on walks and yoga and all that. I was writing that off as that's like a wealthy woman things to do because they don't have to work. They can go to yoga at 11. They can do whatever. So in my head, until she started letting herself go, I didn't put it together. I just thought, "Oh, she's actually trying to be friends with her and inviting her on the things she does," which I'm sure she did do all those things. But until the letting herself go, it didn't like fully register to me.
Yeah, I was kind of split on it. I was like, is she being overbearing and trying to change the way she looks and feels about herself? Or is she really just, like she said, kind of bored? She doesn't have a lot of friends. She doesn't know a lot of people and doesn't tend to relate to people well. So I was like, it was 50-50.
Yeah. Let's talk about the final ending, okay? We put two and two together with Violet's point of view that Jay wasn't what he cracked up to be. He was just some hot guy. Loser, really.
Yeah.
But what did you think? I actually thought Sloane was dead.
I thought Violet was dead.
So you thought Sloane pulled a double over. Okay.
Because I mean, as soon as they said that she died on the way to the hospital, and then the next day she was cremated, I was like, that's not right. They're trying to cover up something. But then I was like, well, the cop was involved, and I guess he's like the chief or whatever now. So I was like, he pulled some strings and some things happened. I never expected the two of them to actually work together.
Yeah. The thing that got me was I thought, okay, one of them, I thought Sloane was actually dead. And then when they said cremated, I was like, I was like you. I was like, okay, cremated. Every time a famous person dies and they're cremated so quickly, I'm like, what are you hiding? They didn't actually die from that. Exactly. They did not overdose. Somebody important killed them. That's where my head went. So I was like you. I like paused for a second, but I didn't really like understand the full grasp of it until they're talking like Jay's going crazy in his jail cell, right? Like, and he's right. We all know that he's right.
Yeah.
But the cop just thinks he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, the way they set it up, and the divorce papers. I mean, it was diabolical. And then when he walked into the whatever and actually saw Sloane, crazy.
Yeah. Because he, whenever the cop or whoever told him that the mom gave the little girl Harper a bag of M&Ms, she's like, no, that's something Violet does. So I was like, is it really though? Or
anybody would do that.
Play it up? Yeah.
Yeah. If they know that you're bribing a kid with M&Ms, the nanny's going to pick that up and do it too.
Yeah, easily. So, yeah.
I just don't know how Violet could trust Sloane. I mean, she was desperate.
Yeah. And I think she genuinely felt like she had a friend in Sloane. Because, I mean, right before she shoots her, she was like, I wish I didn't have to. But this is an end to, or a means to an end. So, I mean, I have no other option.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a lot. I did have that moment of, is this going to be a simple favor?
Yeah. It was unique. I'll give it that. I can't sit here and say that it was the same book as another one. So, I mean, well done.
Yeah. And I think, was this her debut or has she had other books out? Yeah, this is her debut.
Wow. Great job, Sophie.
Yeah. It's got an average of 7.1 rating on book notification. Might need to sign up for this.
Book notification. Track your books, get notified on new books. What the helly?
Yeah, it says it's an Amazon associate. Book links to Amazon, eBay, and other bookstores are affiliate links, and we earn money from any qualifying purchases. But just to get notified would be nice because, as we've said, it is a very difficult thing to get all of the book notifications. And it says related authors Lisa Jewell, Frida McFadden, Harlan Coben, Ruth Ware, and Karen Slaughter, which are all very well-known mystery thriller authors. So cool.
Personalized book release calendar. Oh my god, Tisha, this is a game changer.
Okay.
I'm on I just signed up.
Okay, good. Oh my goodness.
You can click on any day. I thought books only came out on Tuesdays.
Oh no, they can come out
Maybe
any day
just
they
in
want to.
maybe just in the US, like all the big ones are always Tuesdays.
Yeah, those are usually trad publications.
Yeah. Indies any day, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like 20 that just came out today.
My TBR will never recover.
And our list will never recover.
I wonder if we can link this calendar somehow.
I'm sure we can.
Yeah.
Okay, is that all we got?
That's all we got.
Okay, so that is all for Count My Lies by Sophie Stava. Next week, we are covering If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. That I feel like is just the perfect November book. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for that one too. Check out our website. Oh, we have merch. We have the book lists. We have the book to movie adaptations. We also have links to our socials. You can subscribe to Book of the Month and get your first book for only $5 using our referral link. And I think that's it. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. We will talk to you guys later.
Bye.